Let's talk about right away shitty wallets like Atomic and Exodus. Those two are not open source. Atomic is totally not open source, it's totally closed. And Exodus at least has some parts to it that is open source. Either way, they're both shitty in multiple reasons. One reason I can explain why they're shitty, and why I like alternatives like Sparrow and soon to be Cove. I haven't yet tried it out because it's not yet available for Android, and hopefully it will be available for Linux in not too distant future. But either way, long story short, the two programs I mentioned, I'm talking Atomic Wallet and Exodus, they have been infected with malware. And what happens is when you use it and you try to send Bitcoin, it swaps out the send address to one that belongs to a malicious actor. So they're the ones that get the Bitcoin in the end. And this is really why I like, and you should all like, something like Sparrow and Coldcard, because when you use the Coldcard to send out Bitcoin, there's a sanity check before you do the partially signed Bitcoin transaction. It shows you on the screen where it's going to, so you can confirm that it's the legitimate address. And then you sign it, and then you move the SD card over. At least that's the way I do it. So I'm old school. And then once I open my Sparrow, I put in the SD card, loaded up. Again, I confirm the address where it's going to. That's the final sanity check. This gives you an opportunity to make sure that it's going to the right place. There is no interception here. I'm using a clean service. It's totally clean. That's the way to do it. So this is all the reason why you should all not fuck around and find out. When you do, when you start using stuff like Atomic Wallet, Exodus, I'm not going to say you are going to get rugged, but the potential's there, right? It's just bullshit. Like, so stay away from that. I recommend using a clean computer, something that shitty works just fine to run Sparrow, just Sparrow. Just run that, and it limits what bad could happen to you. You don't have to have that computer always hooked up to the internet. In fact, you can just turn it on as you need Sparrow, but this is the way to go. This is more of a call to action for people out there. Stay away from the shitty wallets. They are going to hurt you in the end.
Don't forget, too, that Atomic was hacked in 2023 and still hasn't really provided any updates on what the cause of that hack was or the root of that hack was. Like, that's a sin in cybersecurity, and even a greater sin in the digital cash realm here in Bitcoin. I really have a hard time understanding why people aren't using Sparrow. The only thing people don't like about Sparrow, and actually Dave and I talked about this a little bit, the UI thing, except I think we're talking about MVK's products, but Sparrow's in the same boat. Sparrow is very bare bones, looks like something out of Windows